what happens after Tinubu? So is there hope for Igbos when the power goes to the north? Because what Tinubu did now in this appointment, you are seeing, the northerners will do the worst. You ask yourself a question. Does this country belong to you? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching from. This is still your brother, Obieze, and this is our YouTube channel, Obieze and Lolo YouTube channel. Please, my people, thank you for being with us. And I want to also appeal that you help me hit the subscription button. Help us grow this page. We are happy for you that have already subscribed. You watching this video for the first time, please help us hit the subscription button so that whenever we post our video, you'll be able to see it. Today, I want to greet my own people, USB, United States of Biafra, wherever you are, anywhere you are across the world. My people used to say, wherever you go in this world, in this planet, and you didn't see an Igbo man, run away from that area. In fact, that area is not in existence. Our people is everywhere. Wherever you are watching from, provided you are a bona fide citizen of United States of Biafra, Obieze is greeting you and saying, remain blessed. Chukwu okike abịama ga-aga n'ihu ịgọzi anyị, rọpụtara anyị, maa anyị ọgaranya ebe na ebe dị iche iche anyị nọ. Taa ka anyị na-arịọ n'aha Chukwu okike abịama. Ise, ndị one Nigeria, how far? I'm doing this video today to talk about the one Nigeria and the need for our politicians to begin to rethink. I'm going to make several analyses for you to understand more about what Nigeria is and where Nigeria is heading to. In fact, if Tinubu at the end of his tenure refused to divide Nigeria, Nigeria will not have any future. The destruction of Nigeria started with Buhari. That anchor of a nation, a united nation, which is federal character in distributing positions, Buhari destroyed it. So Buhari neglected federal character during his tenure. And Tinubu himself was sitting down watching what Buhari was doing. And now this is his turn. I'm coming to that. At the end of this Tinubu regime, what will be the fate of Nigeria? In fact, if Nigeria is not divided, if Nigeria is not dissolved, Nigeria will not have any future. This video, I want you to share it. Let it get to our politicians because they are not thinking ahead. Ndị Igbo si mmadụ anọ na mmiri ncha apịa ya n'anya. Our politicians are not thinking ahead. Now the situation of Nigeria is like this. What is the help of an Igbo man in Nigeria? When Asari Dokubo was blasting Charlie Boy, calling him 70 years old man that doesn't know anything, Asari Dokubo told Charlie Boy that Nigeria is not for you, that you have moved too much, that even at your age you don't know that this country called Nigeria is not for you.
When the issue of Biafra came, Charlie Boy said, it's not in support of Biafra, we are rascals, we are this. 70 years old man. Then Tiagasa, they Tiagasa, he fell, he fainted, he passed out. He passed out. 70 years old man. But when their people came, police with horses, with everything, patrol vehicle, were escorting them, and they were dancing and singing and abusing Charlie Boy. But this ain't Charlie Boy, so Mumu don't too much. Charlie Boy, now Mumu not too much. You be Mumu. You think say they wise? You are a Mumu man. You are a Mumu man. And then throw the tear gas if all something way bad for issue. We just pray. They say, oh, Mumu done too much, ah, Mumu done too much. You be Mumu, you call other people Mumu. They never show you say you be Mumu. Nigeria is not for Desani. Nigeria is not for Charlie Boy. Nigeria is not for Good Luck Jonathan. Nigeria is not for Alhaji Mujahid Ogbasarala Odiabal. It's not for us. The earlier we realize this, the earlier every one of you realize this, the better it will be for us. That Nigeria is not for us. How many times would they tell you before you know that Nigeria is not for you? Ah, Charlie Boy, Good Luck Jonathan. He want to be America, we know. Who is America? Don't be small North Korea, they knock America here, knock America there. What America don't do, America will know. Instead of you to do something for people, they build a military school with our money. Instead of this, they go Zingeru, they go this place. Now even road to go to work another day. You want to please others and displease us and displease yourself. Now they never leave you. They have left you behind. This is why some of us, they call us tribalists, they call us tribal jingoists, they call us tribal juggernauts, they call us racists, they call us all sorts of them. God no make mistake when he create me John man. He did not make any mistake. Now God did not make me John man. If God don't want me to be John man, if I make me another thing now. No. So he don't make me. So you are trying to do CC. You are trying to please everybody like this. You good luck, Jonathan. Who will want please? The people where please wait them. Where the people where them power pack all the money go. No only Tejani night thief. No only Akoblokebi night thief. No only Kinsikuku night thief. No only Patience night thief. Wait, oh no other person thief. Even when court so Ruby no thief, then say them she thief. In thief. When court say Patience no thief, then say she thief. All of them, even if they are caught up, no. Because the earlier you learn to be who you are, the better it will be for you. Man know thyself. You don't know yourself. Desani did not know herself. Orubibi did not know himself. Charlie Boy did not know himself. Somebody had been away for 94 days. Ghost president. This photo president. Nigeria president now photo. Everybody go ghost now photo with that. Say my president is now photo with the video of our country. It's now photo with the Rochas. It's now photo with this one. Now president now photo and a vote. Your president is now a picture. Photo. Not be juju be that. Not be when our father died for a dollar and we they cover them, keep them for house, they pour libation. You lose friend and prayer. And say, Buhari boy, you lose friend, Buhari pray. You don't lose that? No ruler. Chitombo, Arembo, Fubo. That is it. Ari, Furu, Siteme, Silakwo. We have to rise up. We have to know who we are. The only thing that can guarantee our freedom is the independence of Biafra. There's not two ways about it. Good luck if you like to pretend. The only security for you is independence. The Zani, if you like to pretend, the only security for you is independence. Charlie Boy pretend the only independence for you, the only freedom, the only liberty, peace for you is the independence of Biafra. We are capable of achieving independence of Biafra. They are not stronger than us. Here, Oyibo Remaso, Oyibo Remaso, Oyibo. Why Chinebia? We will meet each other. That is the only basis for existence as a people. The independence of Biafra. They say, sorry, oh. May God not allow them, make them kill you. Even though you don't give us, we see no say you are our daughter. But we hope another defeat day you could learn. Well, there's an opportunity come for but once. Now, so when we saw them, so be Ijo first, be Igbo first, be Biafra first.
Asari Dokubo. content creators are using that sound. Nigeria is not for you. He understands better about the positions of Igbos in Nigeria. It's quite unfortunate that today, our politicians, in fact, learned politicians, don't know that Nigeria doesn't belong to them. We use it as a content joke. Charlie boy, I'm about too much. Wristwatch and cup of tea, that you don't know that Nigeria is not for you. This is what Asari Dokubo said. And that is the reality. It's unfortunate that our politicians today don't know that Nigeria don't belong to them. Now, after Buhari did what he did to destroy the federal character system in Nigeria, it is now Tinubu's turn. And that is why Tinubu said this is his turn. And now it is Tinubu's turn. And in my previous video, I said something about Nigeria and the zoning system. And in that video, I called on P2B to go and sit down. Drop your ambition. If you want to, or do something good for yourself, protest for Biafra than to waste your energy running for presidency in Nigeria, because you are not going to win. You cannot sit there. Igbos are not meant for Nigeria, and Nigeria is not meant for Igbos. There is no amount of miracle that will happen, you go there. The system is structured in a way that Igbos are not allowed to be the president of Nigeria. Igbos, I mean the core Igbos, I don't mean South region, I mean the Igbos are Southeast region of Nigeria, and you can be president. With this same ideology is what made Wike to deny Igbos, because Wike knows that if he says he's an Igbo man, he will never be president of Nigeria. When you look at this video from Sowore said clearly that it's like there is a memo in the federal government system that Igbos can never be president of Nigeria. Just watch the clip, it's very short.
Talking about Biafra.
Yes.
You had a meeting with Nnamdi Kanu, and that sparked, in fact,
New York.
Yeah, I think you got arrested after that meeting. People would say, you people are not fighting the same cause. You are fighting to be the president of the country. He is fighting to divide the country.
Yes.
People would say, why would you be seen in such a meeting? Would you like to clear that?
You see, anybody that lacks any sense of consciousness would ignore social movements. That is the problem with Nigerian leadership. You cannot have a country in which there are 251 tribes or languages, and one big section says we are not satisfied with here, and you don't talk to them, you don't understand them, then you are not a leader of that country. The reason I met him was to understand first what his struggle was about, which I knew already, and secondly, to also advise him on the way that I think we could all work together, and thirdly, to send a message to the Nigerian people that we can walk through our differences even at these levels. And I was surprised that, contrary to what some people are saying, he did not want Nigeria to break up. He wanted a Nigeria where the Igbo man can survive. But for an Igbo man to survive in Nigeria, as it is currently put together, Nigeria must break.
Wait, the meeting you had with Nnamdi Kanu.
Yes.
You are telling us now that Nnamdi Kanu, from what you understand from the meeting with him, he does not want Nigeria to break, to divide.
No, he said clearly that it is too late for Nigeria to come together. But he gave his conditions. We live streamed the meeting now. It's online.
Okay.
And part of it was live streamed. Some of them were private. But he said that he feels that if Nigeria were to respect certain protocols, including a referendum inserted in the constitution, and he still says it even now in court, that if he's released, he will go back and end the bloodshedding. The bloodshedding is in that part, and that a conversation can. He says that in every court appearance, that he's being held is not helping the opportunity to have a conversation about whatever it is, the unity you are begging for. But you see, Nigeria has a problem, and I've always said Nigeria has an Igbo problem. And I'm not saying it to please people who are known as Igbos. But the moment they decided to take the action they took in 1967 to 1970, the war, Nigeria, having won that war in their eyes, never forgave the Igbos. That is the reality. And if I were to be president of Nigeria today, the first thing I would do is to head to the Southeast and apologize to them for the war. Part of it is that I'd never participated in it. And I cannot continue to fight a war that I did not engage in. And then ask them, what do we want?
So are you saying that the federal government has, like even before
Successive governments,
Yes.
they've always had this anger against the Igbos?
There is a secret memo, I don't know where it is located in government, that whenever we want to take charge in this country, be careful of the Igbo. Don't give them position. Don't give them opportunity. Otherwise, they will overrun. It's a well-known fact. Even our parents tell us, Igbo. You understand? Some of them even say unconsciously. They even say it on radio shows in this country. So don't let us lie to ourselves, because except we bring this out openly and discuss, it's a taboo that we have refused to discuss.
True.
We are not going to solve the problem. It is the reason why the federal government of Nigeria feels that in 2024, detaining Nnamdi Kanu against all the court orders, against all the court rulings, is the only way to go. You know, but let's get back to a reality. One thing I've told people is that you are looking at Igbos as the only people who want to secede. But who in this country today has not mentally seceded from Nigeria? Mentally seceded. Who has not left? Except those who are trapped. If anybody in this country is working in a bank and he has 10 million naira and somebody say you can get into Canada, he will leave the next day.
I swear.
Is that not secession? Is it, what of secession is that? You leave a country, you say to that country goodbye,
and not do it
you
again.
get to the other country, you bow down, you touch the soil, and then you renounce your citizenship of the country you are coming from. Is that not what they call secession? So if you want to look at the number of people that have seceded in that Japa syndrome, there are more than all the Igbos combined together who are asking to leave. You see, it is not the secession I'm talking about.
Okay, what are you talking about?
It is what led to the war that we did not address.
Okay.
And what happened after the war. Why is it that Nigeria hasn't been able to overcome the Biafran problem? It's because Nigeria never addressed what the Biafrans were asking for before the war.
What were they asking for?
They were asking for to be treated not as second-class citizens in this country. Don't you know what happened, the court pogrom in this country, where people were slaughtered and their bodies and their heads placed inside the train going down south? Yes, from the north, from the mid, you know, the different parts of the north. Are we ignoring that? So
that happened
before the war. Before the war, that's what they call pogrom. You know, people who were settled, doing well, they were slaughtering them and sending their bodies and their heads inside calabash and sending on trains that was heading east.
Were they Easterners?
They were Easterners. Why are you asking me? It's there in, go and Google it now. So you expect that will happen, and then there was a war that eviscerated 3 million people. Wow. And when the war was over, you just say, oh, nobody was vanquished, nobody was victorious. And then
3 hours.
But you still kept a memo and said, don't trust them.
Collect people money,
yes.
give them 20 pounds.
And then you took their properties. So Ojukwu did not get back JAMB until 1992, now his father's house, that is known as JAMB headquarters here in Ikoyi. It was after he came back from Ivory Coast. It was Babangida, I think, that gave him back their property. So any country that is perpetually carrying out systemic injustice against will lose more citizens than they should have. The reason why countries that are work is because citizens believe in their country. And you cannot force that belief. It has to come through social justice.
True.
It has to come through economic justice. Why is it that, you know, my children can feel like they are US citizens, even though they were born there? It's because before they let you take them out of the hospital, they must take all their immunity
Everything.
Injections. You cannot put them at home and not go back to the doctor to go and complete it. And when it's time for school, they cannot be out of school for 2 days, and you'll be saying that, no, I want Shikira to go and be selling pure water. He will go to jail. So, and then when it's time for them to go to college, there is loan, there is grants.
You are talking fast.
So this is a system that has been there already. How Nigeria is structured is based on zoning arrangement. What made Nigeria what it is because of zoning arrangement. Forget about elections in Nigeria. I have said in my previous video that if Peter Obi will ever become Nigeria's president, he will be 78 years old before he will be there. If he will ever be there. Because the system made it in a way that Tinubu will complete his 8 years. No interference. After Tinubu, it goes to the north. That is the zoning arrangement. And this zoning arrangement, Supreme Court, I have said that Supreme Court respects it. The military respects it. INEC respects it. And all the security institutions in Nigeria, they respect this zoning arrangement. That is why you can do a free and fair election and another person will be declared president. And even if the right person that won is declared president comes to Supreme Court will sack you. That is the system. I don't know why P2B is wasting his energy instead of coming to support Biafra where he belongs. Because Biafra is in existence till tomorrow. Biafra is reality. Biafra is where we belong. So, my people, this video will target our politicians. I'm asking a question. What is the future of Nigeria after Tinubu? Tinubu has completely destroyed the federal character system that kept Nigeria as one. It is very unfortunate. I want you to look at this appointment. From 1 to 88 positions, senior positions, ministerial positions in Nigeria, they are all occupied by Yorubas. Buhari started it and Tinubu completed it. This one is, in fact, is something that can cause tears for those that believe in Nigeria. Because we don't believe in Nigeria. Those people that have faith in Nigeria, if you look at this appointment, from 1 to 88 positions, you will find out that Nigeria has been destroyed. What happens after Tinubu's regime? Of course, that the power is going to the north. This thing I'm saying is not negotiable. That is Nigeria for you. The zoning arrangement brought Obasanjo, brought Yaradua. Well, unfortunately, he died, and that's when Southern President Goodluck Jonathan is not an Igbo. Not an Igbo. Forget about what people are saying. Goodluck is not an Igbo man. It's Bayelsa. They are saying they are not Igbos. Majority of them, they don't believe in Biafra. So Goodluck Jonathan is not our brother. It's the same zoning arrangement accidentally that brought him, because it was Yaradua that he represented. After Goodluck Jonathan, the power shifted to the north. That produced Buhari. After Buhari, he came back to the south. That produced Tinubu. That's why Tinubu didn't bother to do interviews with Peter Obi and the rest of them during presidential campaign, because he knows it's his turn. Forget about election. That's Nigeria for you. So, my people, what happens after Tinubu? That is the question. And today, I'm calling on our politicians to think. Buhari's appointment didn't favor Igbos. Now, Tinubu's appointment didn't even include any Igbo. The power shifts to the north after Tinubu. So, is there hope for Igbos when the power goes to the north? Because what Tinubu did now in this appointment, we are seeing, The Northerners will do the worst. It looks as if they are quiet. They know that their brother started it. Why? And after Tinubu is coming to them, and they will show Tinubu how to do it, because other regions in Nigeria, they are learning politics from Northerners, from Dawosa. So Northerners will show Tinubu how to do it. So is there hope for Igbos? Is it not time, the best time now to start protesting for your country? Can't you rethink and come to United States of Biafra? We will welcome you. You are our brothers. Let's reason together. That is why in my last video, I begged Dr. Ngozi Orableze to please start approaching our politicians. Most of them are tired. They are looking for who will talk to them. They are looking for hope. Most of them are hopeless. Now, as I speak to you, Dr. Ngozi Orableze and the leadership of Biafra, please, let's, in my previous video, somebody commented that I was wrong, that Nnamdi Kanu approached some of the politicians and they didn't align, agree in what Nnamdi Kanu was coming with. And that made Nnamdi Kanu to ignore them and continue the fight. But negotiation can still continue. We can still go back for agreement. Because what I'm saying is that we can't bring the government of Biafra home without getting our politicians involved. Because whatever we do, wherever we are, whatever we do anywhere, yes, our government have been declared, Biafra have been declared, yes, but we can't bring it home without the agreement of these politicians. If not, they will betray us. In fact, they can even allow the military to come and destroy Igbos completely. So we don't want our people we are fighting for to be destroyed because of a mistake or political calculation. So it's better we do it in a way that we get at least majority of them to get involved in this fight. And of course, we're gonna win. That was my advice in my previous video. Now, please, our people, that's why I asked this question, the one Nigeria. What is the hope? Do we have hope in Nigeria? So any reasonable politician should be asking himself question. Looking at these political appointments made by Tinubu, you ask yourself question. Does this country belong to you? Are you a Nigerian? It's unfortunate that so many people don't know that they are not Nigerians. People that I taught, that went to school, learned people, today they can sit down and say, I'm a Nigerian. An Igbo man. A real Igbo man cannot say that I'm a Nigerian. If Igbo man is a Nigerian, this is Southern regime. In this Southern regime, Igbos should be at least involved in these appointments. Igbos should be at least given 30% of these appointments. If you must appoint all from Southern region, Igbos should at least have 30% of this list, or make this 30% of this list. So, politicians, don't you ask yourself questions. Number two, look at the system now in Nigeria. Tinubu has pocketed all the institutions in Nigeria. Tinubu knows how to do politics. And I'm afraid in Nigeria now, because there is no opposition in Nigeria, and there will not be opposition come 2027. Tinubu has completely destroyed all the opposition parties by bribing some of the members who are there. They are only there to cause trouble and conflict in these political parties to bring them down so that 2027 nobody will oppose them. Apart from that, do we need to have 2027 election in Nigeria? Is it necessary? When the INEC chairman has been removed and the Tinubu's boy has been put there as the INEC chairman. From that day, that was the day election was rigged. So whatever we do in 2027 is just a camouflage. Tinubu is winning in 2027. He will stay there complete 8 years. My fear is that if APC government and APC political party will not take over the whole governorship positions in Nigeria, there is nothing Tinubu cannot do. Any state that Tinubu doesn't win now is a state that is not interested in. Just we are hoping very soon Anambra State will conduct governorship election. For those that love Professor Soludo, please pray for him, because if APC becomes interested in Anambra State, Soludo definitely will lose. There is no protest, there is nothing that can stop it if APC is interested in Anambra State. They will straight ahead get it. They have all the institutions in their pocket. INEC chairman now is an APC member, one of the professors in APC. So what are you expecting? Now, if you lose the election, if they declare a winner, go to court. And when you go to court, they have the court in their pocket. That is the problem currently. In fact, there is no opposition in Nigeria. Everywhere is APC. They built a system that no opposition will exist and no opposition will challenge their government. They will run smooth government without challenge. If you go to court, watch this video. Wike has appointed appeal court judges to take over the appeal court system, all because of 2027 election. They are getting ready. We are not talking about Supreme Court. Supreme Court is already in their pocket. Supreme Court is already in APC and Tinubu's pocket. The next thing we will hear, they will also appoint high court judges, so that if a winner is declared, in fact, going to court will be a waste of time. That is where Nigeria is currently. And a country that has no opposition to a ruling government is completely destroyed. I want to tell my Igbo politicians to leave that country they are wasting their time and come to Biafra. It's unfortunate that we have people that are learned and they don't think. It's time to support Biafra. It's time to think of splitting Nigeria. I am suspecting Tinubu. Why I'm suspecting Tinubu? That if he fails to divide Nigeria before he leaves that seat, there will be a problem. Why I'm suspecting him is because he has relocated the headquarters of Central Bank of Nigeria to Lagos and some other key ministerial system. He has taken them to Lagos. What is his plan? And has mind to make this appointment, 100% appointment, all from Yorubas? Do you think that he's going to leave Nigeria or this federal government system to shift to the north at the end of his tenure without doing something? I am suspecting this bill that has gone second reading in Senate, that bill that seeks to allow states to control their natural resources, control their oil, control whatever they have, sell it and remit some percentage to federal government, which will be a weak center. Are you sure that Tinubu will not pass this bill before he leaves office? Because if he fails to pass that bill, there will be problem in Nigeria. And if he passes that bill or sign that bill, hey, Kai, Nigeria automatically has been divided. Because so many states cannot survive without oil from oil-rich states. All these allocation they are sharing every month, majority, if not 99%, is coming from oil-rich states. What does Nigeria have except oil? They are coming from oil-rich states. So if you tell them to control their resources, states like Yobe, all of them will run away from Nigeria, say we are not Nigerians. So. And then we will know that Nigeria is existing by force. We are struggling for unity as a nation. So, my people, take this video to our politicians. I'm begging them to begin to think. Look for the government of Biafra and speak with our leaders. Let's navigate way forward. Nigeria is not meant for Igbos. It did not only come from me. I've shown you a video from Sowore, who understands Nigerian politics more than I do. And he said it with his mouth that Igbos should forget about it. Igbos can't be president in Nigeria. Igbos can't even hold key positions as it is now in Nigeria. Forget about marginalization. You are talking about marginalizing Igbos now. What have we been doing? What are our politicians doing about it? I'm asking our politicians. Igbos are being marginalized. Yes. What are we doing about it? It's time to begin to think. Let's bring our Biafra home. I am happy Biafra is declared. Yes. But I'm not happy government of Biafra is in diaspora. It should come down home. People living in diaspora don't have association with Nigerian government. Yes, you are out of the country. And if USB is declared in diaspora, there is no association it has with Nigerian government. And our people who we declare this Biafra for are suffering there in Nigeria, dying every day. What is the essence? That is why in my videos I've been calling on our leaders. Let's navigate around. Let's look for a way to bring this struggle home. We can do it. Nothing is difficult. It is our right to secede. It is in our right to have self-determination. There's a process for it. Let's go back to drawing board. Get these politicians who are already frustrated in the Nigerian system to come and join us. I will be happy. Nigeria has been destroyed. No hope for Igbos. USB forever. That's where we stand. Thank you, my people. Please help me share this video. Help me subscribe to this channel. I'm your brother, Obieze. Thank you for being with us. We'll always come and discuss with you. Hit the subscription button so that whenever I post a video, you will listen to it. Please, I'm begging my people, help me subscribe to this channel. I want to grow it. I want it to be one of the big channels in YouTube. Help me. Hit the subscription button. Your subscription will go a long way. Thank you for being with us. I'm your brother from USA or BSA. Ya grinding na nama. Ya gashira n'ụlọ. Ya gashira n'ehihie. Ya gashira n'abalị. Onye chere anyị echiche ọjọọ, ọnwụ na mfu ga-ekpe ya. There is nobody that have betrayed Biafra that doesn't run into frustration. Ala Biafra adi to know. Check so many people that have betrayed Biafra and check their record. Those of them ndị na na ụgbọọlụ ha ka na-eje. You can't betray Biafra for money and you will have a better end. Ịmakwa ha ọfọ n'ogu. Ọfọ n'ogu ka eji aga n'ala Igbo. That is the equity and justice system. Anybody that goes against it, the consequences are with for the person. Ndị bekee ya dụ anyị na mma. Ọ bụla bụ nwanne gị obi ese ya gachara nne. Ise